Are your eyes tired from staring at glowing screens all day long? Do you feel stressed and overwhelmed by busy city life?
If your brain feels full and noisy, we have the perfect free medicine for you, the great outdoors. Welcome back to the Daily English Loop, the podcast where learning English is always natural, easy, and fun. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're talking about the amazing power of nature. We'll share why stepping outside is the best thing you can do for your mental health, and we'll teach you some highly useful English vocabulary for outdoor adventures.
From hiking and biking to the perfect picnic, we've got you covered. But before we put on our hiking boots, if you enjoy learning English with us, please take one quick second to hit the like and subscribe buttons.
It's a free way to support us, and it helps us create more fun lessons for you. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, Lisa, let's jump right in. Before we started recording today, I actually had a really rare, slow morning.
Oh, a relaxing morning sounds perfect. What did you do?
Well, you know I absolutely love my coffee, so I made a fresh pour-over, took it out to my balcony, and just sat there for 30 minutes. I didn't look at my phone, I just drank my coffee and watched the birds fly around the big oak tree across the street.
That sounds like a wonderful way to wake up. Just you, your coffee, and the fresh air.
It really was. And honestly, before I stepped onto that balcony, I was feeling quite overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed? Meaning you were feeling stressed out, like you had too much to do?
Exactly. Overwhelmed. I woke up thinking about work, checking my emails, and just dealing with busy city life. Sometimes the city makes my brain feel completely full and noisy.
I understand that completely. Our modern lives are very fast. We're always rushing from one place to another.
We really are, but I promise you, after just a few minutes of sitting outside and breathing the fresh air, I felt completely different.
How did your feelings change?
I felt calm. My breathing slowed down. The stress from the morning just seemed to float away.
That's the amazing power of nature. Going outside is extremely good for our mental health.
Mental health, that's a very important phrase for our listeners to know. It basically means the health of our mind and our emotions, right?
Spot on. We go to the gym or we run to keep our physical body healthy, but we need quiet time in nature to keep our mind healthy.
I totally agree with that. When I listen to the wind blowing through the leaves, my shoulders drop. I feel relaxed.
I feel the same way when I visit the botanical gardens. There's a special English word for this feeling. It's called mindfulness.
Mindfulness. That's a beautiful word, but it sounds a little complex. How do you explain it?
Mindfulness simply means living completely in the present moment. You aren't worrying about what you have to do tomorrow. You aren't stressing about an email from yesterday. You're just paying attention to what's happening right now.
Ah, I get it. So when I was sitting on my balcony, holding my coffee mug, feeling the warm cup in my hands, and just watching a bird, that was mindfulness.
Exactly. You weren't checking social media, you were just experiencing the morning.
And that brings up a huge point, Lisa. Our screens, our phones and computers.
Oh, definitely. We spend so much of our day staring at glowing screens.
We really do. I stare at my computer monitor for 8 hours for work. Then I stare at my TV screen to watch a movie. Then I stare at my phone to read the news. My eyes get so tired and my brain gets foggy.
Mine too. That's why nature is the absolute best place for a digital detox.
A digital detox. I love that phrase. Digital means electronics like phones, and detox means to clean something bad out of your system.
Exactly. A digital detox means taking a deliberate break from your electronic devices.
So when you go to the park or walk by the river, you should leave your phone in your pocket, or even better, leave it at home.
Yes, turn off the notifications. Don't take a picture for social media. Just look at the clouds with your own eyes, not through a camera lens. The real sky is always prettier than a picture on a screen.
That's wonderful advice, Lisa. It helps us reconnect with the physical world around us. The rough bark on a tree, the soft dirt, the cold water, that's real.
So true. Now, just sitting and being mindful is great, but what if we want to be active? Alex, what's a popular activity people love doing outside?
Well, a very popular one is hiking.
Hiking. I love hiking. For our listeners who might not know, how is hiking different from just walking?
That's a good question. Walking is usually on a flat street or a paved path in a city. Hiking is taking a long, sometimes difficult walk out in nature. Usually you hike on dirt trails in the woods or up in the mountains.
Does hiking make you tired?
Oh, definitely. Sometimes you're walking up very steep hills. You sweat a lot. Because of that, you need the right gear. For example, you need really good shoes.
Yes, you can't wear sandals or nice office shoes. You need sturdy hiking boots so you don't hurt your feet or slip on wet rocks.
Absolutely. I always wear my thick boots, and I always carry a backpack.
What do you put in your backpack for a long hike?
The most important thing is water. You get very thirsty when you hike. I also pack some snacks like nuts or maybe a sandwich. And of course, a small first aid kit just in case I scrape my knee.
That's very smart. Some people also bring a physical map or a compass so they don't get lost in the deep forest.
Getting lost is my biggest fear. But even though it's tiring, hiking is worth it because of the view.
Oh, the view. Yes.
There's no better feeling than climbing a tall hill for 2 hours, reaching the very top, and looking out over the whole valley. You can see for miles. It's breathtaking.
It really makes you feel powerful. You used your own 2 legs to conquer the mountain.
I agree. However, Lisa, as much as I like reaching the top of a mountain, my absolute favorite outdoor activity involves a lot less walking and a lot more eating.
Let me guess. Picnics.
Yes, you know me too well. I'm a food lover. A picnic is the perfect combination of nature and eating.
I love picnics too. I usually prefer drinking tea over coffee, so I always bring a thermos of hot herbal tea to the park. Tell everyone what makes a perfect picnic for you, Alex.
Okay, picture this. First, you need a nice, thick blanket. You spread the blanket out on some soft green grass under a large shade tree.
A blanket is essential. You don't want to sit directly on wet dirt.
Exactly. Then you open up your cooler or your picnic basket.
What kind of food did you pack?
For me, it has to be cold pizza and some potato chips, and maybe a really cold sparkling water.
Cold pizza. That's so funny. I'm a little more traditional. I like to pack cucumber sandwiches, some fresh strawberries, and maybe some sweet scones to eat with my tea.
That sounds very elegant, Lisa. But the best part of a picnic is what you do after you eat. You just lie back on the blanket, look up at the leaves moving in the wind, and maybe take a small nap.
Taking a nap in the fresh air is wonderful. But Alex, what about the bugs?
Oh, right, the uninvited guests. Yes, when you eat outside, sometimes bees or flies want to join your party.
I had a bee try to drink my sweet tea once. It's a bit scary.
It happens, but we have to remember we're visiting their house. The park belongs to the birds, the bees, and the bugs. We just have to calmly wave them away and protect our food.
Very true. Okay, so we've covered hiking up mountains and eating on a blanket in the park, but what if we want to stay outside all night long?
Then we're talking about camping.
Camping. I'm so excited about camping. Have you ever been, Alex?
I have, a few times, but I have to admit I really love my soft mattress at home. Camping means you sleep completely outside.
Well, not completely outside. You sleep inside a tent.
Right. A tent is like a temporary little house made out of waterproof fabric. You use metal poles to hold it up. It keeps the rain and the bugs out.
Inside the tent, you sleep in a sleeping bag to stay warm. I love the feeling of being cozy in a sleeping bag.
It's nice, but I always get a little nervous at night. When the sun goes down, the forest gets incredibly dark, and you hear so many strange sounds.
Like, what kind of sounds?
Like branches snapping, crack, or leaves rustling. You always think it's a giant bear coming to eat your snacks.
Alex, you worry too much. It's usually just a tiny mouse or a raccoon walking past your tent.
I know. My logical brain knows it's just a small animal, but it's still spooky. However, there are two things I love about camping.
What are they?
First, the campfire. Building a real fire with wood, sitting around it with friends, feeling the heat and roasting soft, sweet marshmallows over the flames, that's magical.
Roasting marshmallows is the best. And what's the second thing?
The night sky. When you're far away from the city, there are no bright streetlights. You look up and you can see millions and millions of bright stars.
You can even see the Milky Way sometimes. It makes you feel so small, but in a very peaceful way.
Exactly. It's a beautiful experience. So, Lisa, what's another way to enjoy the outdoors? Maybe something a bit faster?
How about biking or cycling?
Yes, riding a bicycle. I really enjoy biking because I get to sit down while I exercise.
You're so funny, Alex. But biking is great. Many cities have beautiful paved bike paths that go around lakes or through long green parks.
I love renting a bike on a Saturday afternoon. When you pedal fast, you feel the cool wind rushing past your face and through your hair.
It gives you a wonderful feeling of freedom. You can travel much further on a bike than you can by walking, so you get to see a lot of different scenery very quickly.
It's definitely a great workout for your legs, too. But Lisa, shifting gears a bit, we're an English podcast. How can our listeners actually use nature to improve their English skills?
That's an excellent question, Alex. I actually think the outdoors is the perfect classroom.
Really? How so?
First, you can practice your vocabulary in real life. It's like a game. When you walk through a park, look around and name the objects you see in English.
Oh, I like that. So instead of just walking, I look up and say out loud, I see a gray squirrel.
Yes, or you point and say, that's a yellow butterfly. There's a wooden bench. The fountain is splashing.
By saying the words out loud, you connect the English word to the real physical object, not just a picture in a textbook. It helps your brain remember it better.
Exactly. Another great tip is to bring a small journal or a notebook with you. Find a quiet spot under a tree, sit down, and write 3 simple sentences about what you're feeling or seeing.
The sun is warm. The grass smells fresh. I'm feeling happy. That's brilliant practice, and it's low pressure.
Yes, nature is also a fantastic place to practice conversation with a friend.
That's very true. Sometimes meeting a friend at a busy, crowded cafe can be stressful. The music is loud, people are talking over each other, and it's hard to hear.
But if you invite a friend for a walk in the park, it's naturally quiet. Plus, when you're walking side by side, you don't have to make intense eye contact the whole time.
Oh, that's a huge point. For people learning a new language, staring directly into someone's eyes while trying to remember words can be very intimidating. Walking next to someone takes all that pressure away.
Yes, the conversation flows much more smoothly when your bodies are moving and you're looking forward at the path.
I love having walking meetings or long chats with my friends outside. It's so much more relaxed.
That's a great point. But Alex, what if some of our listeners are thinking, I live in a huge concrete city. There are no mountains or big forests near my apartment. What can they do?
That's a very valid concern. Not everyone has a giant national park in their backyard, but nature is everywhere, even in the middle of a big city.
That's true. Most cities have small neighborhood parks or little community gardens.
Even if you just have one single tree planted on the sidewalk in front of your apartment building, that's nature. You can watch that tree change. You can see it grow green leaves in the spring and drop brown leaves in the winter.
You can even buy a small potted plant and put it on your windowsill. Taking care of a plant brings a tiny piece of the outdoors inside your home.
The goal is simply to take a moment to notice the natural world, however small it is. Just open your window, close your eyes, and take a deep breath of fresh air. It resets your brain.
Speaking of taking a moment, Alex, I think we should give our listeners a special challenge for this week.
Ooh, a challenge. I'm always ready for a challenge. What do you want them to do, Lisa?
I want to challenge everyone listening to dedicate just 20 minutes to going outside this week.
20 minutes. That's less time than watching one episode of a TV show. Everyone can find 20 minutes.
Exactly. But here's the rule. You must leave your phone hidden in your pocket or leave it at home. No screens allowed.
A mini digital detox. I love it. So they go outside for 20 minutes with no phone. What should they do while they're out there?
Just walk slowly, breathe deeply, listen to the sounds around you. And while you're doing it, try to find and name 5 different things in English.
5 things. Okay. A leaf, a rock, a cloud, a bird, and the wind. That's a wonderful, easy challenge. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning.
Me too. I might go to the botanical garden and see if I can name 5 different types of flowers in English.
That sounds lovely. Just talking about all of this makes me want to log off my computer and go for a long walk right this second.
I know the feeling, but we need to wrap up the show first. We can plan our outdoor adventure right after this.
You're absolutely right. Maybe we can go find a park, and you can bring your tea, and I'll bring my cold pizza.
Deal. But I might try to steal some of your pizza. This has been a really refreshing conversation, Alex.
It really has, Lisa. It's a great reminder that humans aren't meant to sit inside staring at boxes all day long. We need sunlight. We need fresh air. We're part of nature.
We truly are. Well, everyone, we've covered so much ground today. We talked about mental health, digital detoxes, hiking up mountains, sleeping in tents, eating on picnic blankets, and riding bikes.
We hope you enjoyed this breath of fresh air. We really hope this episode gives you the confidence to step outside and talk about your adventures in English.
Before we say goodbye, we have one final request. If you had fun with us today, please hit that subscribe button for Daily English Loop.
Yes, and share this audio with a friend. You can send it to them and say, "Hey, listen to this," and then let's go for a walk together.
That's a brilliant idea. Also, please scroll down and leave us a comment. We read every single one.
We have a question for you to answer in the comments today. What is your absolute favorite outdoor activity?
Do you like the challenge of hiking? Do you like the speed of biking? Or do you just like sitting in a quiet garden? Tell us down below.
And please write your answer in English. Don't worry if your grammar isn't perfectly correct. Making mistakes is how we learn. Just try your best. We're so excited to read your answers.
Thank you all so much for spending your time with us today. Have a beautiful, nature-filled, relaxing week.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, and go outside.
Bye!